rainbows and sunshine. That is our theme for this evening. And just thinking about rainbows and sunshine brings a smile to my face. Usually, before rainbows appear, there is dark and stormy weather. A rainbow requires the rain. But then the sun illuminates the sky, and the way that the sun catches the water droplets, it creates this magical and beautiful image in the sky, which we know as a rainbow. And rainbows are often the light after a storm. In many cultures, they're a symbol of thanks, solidarity, and hope. And throughout this pandemic, you may have seen pictures or paintings of rainbows in your neighbor's windows, or perhaps you hung up a rainbow in your own window, gleaning hope of brighter days to come. There's this beautiful quote that I'd like to share by May Satin, and the quote is, "Help us to be ever faithful gardeners of the Spirit, who know that without darkness nothing comes to birth, and without light nothing flowers." And although the darkness is necessary, it's an essential part of life, today we are going to focus on the light, the enjoyable moments of life. Rainbows offer so much beauty, as does the sun. And have you ever taken the time when you notice a rainbow outside to pause and just admire it because it touched you in some way? And this pausing to appreciate, this pausing to admire, this lingering with the beauty is a concept known as savoring. So, savoring is taking the time to really be with an experience fully. It's about lingering with this experience for a little while, and then at the right time, letting this experience or this moment go. Savoring is such a wonderful way to cultivate positive emotions as well as feelings of gratitude. And we cannot feel gratitude and experience negative emotions at the same time. And so, this sense of gratitude, this sense of appreciation, truly keeps us in a healthy mind state. There are many moments throughout our day to savor. And mindfulness allows us to recognize when there's a moment to be savored. Mindfulness gives us the ability to be aware of what we can appreciate in our everyday life. And once we have this awareness, once we have this recognition, then we can intentionally choose to savor this experience. So, for instance, perhaps you enjoy your morning coffee, right? Might be something that you look forward to. And imagine taking a moment to pause, to notice the warmth of the cup in your hands, to really enjoy the aroma, and just enjoy the first few sips. Just lingering with this pleasurable experience of your morning coffee, and then letting this go. Or maybe you're walking your dog in the evening and you look up and you notice the star studded sky. And perhaps you take a moment around to look around you at the twinkling lights. And maybe you sense into the vastness of the sky, the enormity of the universe, maybe just lingering with these glimmering lights. And again, then letting this go and then continuing with the dog walking. And when we take time to pause and savor these simple yet beautiful moments of our lives, it can bring us so much joy. Think about how this might make each day better, each week better, each month better, or your whole life better. There is so much to be celebrated, appreciated, and enjoyed in life. Oftentimes, we're so busy, right? We go about our days. Maybe we're on our phone checking email while we're eating lunch, and we can miss these amazing opportunities, these amazing moments to savor. Right? We're often rushing around and don't take the time to give these moments what they truly deserve. And so I invite you to explore savoring throughout your week and notice what it's like. We'll talk a little bit more about that at the end. And tonight we'll also practice the art of savoring together. And so I invite you now to settle into your seat And as you do, I would like to offer this quote by Anna Godberson. She says, "I've always believed in savoring the moments. In the end, they are the only things we'll have." So, with this, continuing to settle into your seat, making any adjustments that you need, or taking any movements that you need before you settle in. And then just inviting a softening of the gaze, or maybe closing the eyes. And let's begin by noticing the sensations, the sense of touch in the soles of your feet on the floor. So just noticing the contact that the feet are making with the earth beneath them. Perhaps sensing into how small the surface area of your feet is. Maybe appreciating how your feet support your entire body. And maybe having gratitude for the very hard work that your feet do each and every day, which we usually take for granted. Our feet leave our imprint of kindness or peace or warmth on this earth. Maybe having some appreciation for that. And now shifting the focus of attention to the breath in the body. So just gently resting the awareness on the breath in the body, noticing one breath in and one breath out. Another breath in and another breath out. And continuing to follow along the breath in this way. Just staying with each breath, breath by breath, and moment by moment. Just following along this ebb and flow of the natural breath cycle. And perhaps savoring the breath. Maybe appreciating its gentleness. Maybe appreciating the rocking motion that it creates in the body. Maybe enjoying the breath if it's easeful or effortless or soothing. Just admiring the breath in this way if it resonates. And we are going to find something now that brings us joy. So you can choose to hold a memory, a person, a pet in the mind's eye, or there's an invitation to gently allow the eyes to open. And if you choose to do this, just taking a moment to reorient to your space. So doing this gently and bringing this fresh set of eyes to your environment, this fresh perspective. And if it's possible, or if you feel inclined, perhaps coming to stand. So tuning back into the soles of the feet if you choose to do this, sensing into the contact the soles of the feet are making with the floor once again. And then mindfully making your way to a window. Or if you prefer, finding something else in your room that brings you joy. So maybe it's a family photo on a dresser. Maybe it's a bouquet of flowers or a plant. Maybe it's your pet curled up in a corner. Just choosing something in your room, in your environment, that brings you a sense of joy. So, taking a moment now to either walk mindfully to the window or to choose something in your environment. And whatever it is that you've chosen, take a moment to really look with this fresh set of eyes at this object or being or image. Really taking it in, taking all of it in, and noticing the details. So, observing the characteristics with a warm and affectionate gaze, really looking through the eyes of the heart admiring this being or image or object. Really appreciating them. And then sensing into this appreciation and perhaps noticing how you feel. What emotions are present for you in this moment? Perhaps joy, contentment, tranquility, ease, surprise, calmness. What's here? And just allowing whatever is here to be here because it already is. And now noticing where these emotions can be felt in the body. So, where are these emotions felt? Maybe it's a warmth in the chest, a tingling in the fingertips, an ease of the shoulders. Just taking some time to sense into this, sense into where these emotions are felt in your body right now. And now savoring these positive emotions, these good feelings, savoring this experience. Soaking up the positivity and enjoying every second of it. And just lingering with it, hanging out with it for a little while, so to speak. And when you're ready, in your own time, letting it go, directing your attention back into the soles of the feet once again, these soles of the feet that support our body. And if you've been standing, making your way back to your seat, really setting an intention to pay attention to this transition, noticing the soles of the feet as they kiss the earth. And once you've come back to your seat, just closing the eyes or softening the gaze once again, coming home to the breath in the body, the breath that breathes itself. And continuing to follow the natural rhythm of the breath. This gentle expanse and release that the breath creates in the body with each inhalation and each exhalation. Just staying with this life sustaining force, this breath that breathes itself. And again, perhaps savoring the breath once more. Maybe enjoying the breath. Perhaps savoring a sense of internal stillness. Maybe savoring this practice. And I'm going to read an anonymous poem. She savored her breath, drinking in the sweet scent of magnolia, and not thinking, even for one moment, about the mess in the kitchen. And in a moment, I'm going to ring the bell. And there's an invitation to include this sound as part of your practice this evening. And when you're ready, allowing the eyes to open if they have been closed. Once again, reorienting yourself back to your space gently, keeping this fresh set of eyes as you do.